So Beavo, the TikToker who's basically committed every crime possible by this point, he is unsurprisingly having a bit of a breakdown, and it's been a long time coming. This also couldn't have come at a worse time for him, because he recently got his biggest gig in a while. He managed to somehow blag an appearance on the Happy Hour podcast, and at this point I don't need to tee it up, but it was as bad as you'd expect it to be.
I was loved. Right, and then the demon come out of me.
And we'll get there, but before that, the precursor to him going on the show was somehow even more painful of a watch. He recently went to Benidorm, which in theory should be like a yearly pilgrimage for him. Actually, obviously also turned into another like humiliation compilation on TikTok though. And it actually started this time before he even left his hotel room. There's one clip in particular that kind of caught my eye. I'm not joking when I say this might be the saddest clip of him ever.
It's the happiest memory I have, proposing to Sophia and getting rejected. I'm joking, chat. Happiest memory being alive.
It's at times like these that I really do wish it was an act. If this was in a comedy sketch show, this would win awards. Sadly, it's not, and really, it does just put a sad undertone on the whole video.
Being alive.
If this was a video on anyone else, this should be like the rock bottom moment at the end, the crescendo. Sadly, again, no, it's not. It's kind of just the intro, because when you're having a breakdown, normally it's kind of spurred on by having a bit of a realization moment. And for Beavo, that was quite literally just going for a walk.
Why is he laughing? That's funny. Hey, people's reactions are funny as though.
I mean, honestly, it does get to the point where you do have to feel bad for him. Getting laughed at in passing is undeniably worse than getting rushed by like 4 guys. I'd rather be abused at that point, because it's clear that they don't even think he's worth a conversation. And I think you can see on his face that he very quickly realizes what he has become.
That's funny.
And listen, not everybody in Benidorm was that bad to him. He then did go out that night, and he actually did get some people to speak to him.
Don't be doing the OnlyFans shit.
No, I don't want to, man. That's what we're doing, innit? No, I appreciate it.
At face value, it's decent advice. He probably needed to hear that. The slap in the face, though, does just invalidate anything he's saying. You could have KO'd him there. You could have KO'd him.
Good lad.
No, I'm trying, mate. It's more to life than pulling there.
Been along.
A little bit, bro. I'm just worried, though, man.
It's clear that the average British man now has a massive contempt for Beavo. It's kind of sad to vocalise, but I can't really remember a clip where somebody spoke to him on an equal footing, and that is kind of justified by the next clip I found, because that is exactly what happened.
What are you saying? You good, yeah? Good man. Am I? Appreciate it. I appreciate it. Thank you, yeah. It's all right. It's all right. No, I can't please everyone, can I? I can't please everyone.
There's not pleasing everyone, and then there's not pleasing anyone, but at this point, it might as well be the same thing. The rejected fist bump is enough to destroy any man, really. Should have after that got the flight that night back home, but he didn't. He went back to his hotel. I don't know where he was staying, and it's clear this affected him, as it probably would anyone.
There's a lot of jealous people out here. I've had death threats. I've been tracked down. People have tried to fucking hurt me. I don't want that. I'm not about that.
He's not about that. He's not about getting tracked down and hurt. And I think that is a respectable position to take. And there is a bit of a twist in the tale, because it turned out he flew out there to try and launch a social media career. There's a guy that like cuts his hair, and as you're going to see later on in the video, it might be his only mate. Anyway, the point is he wanted to flex his relevancy by launching this guy into an earner on TikTok. And you can see from the start he has very high hopes.
Hey Chess has got Narnslayer. Ed Matthews has got Links. And I have got Mr. T. You know the rules. Listen, we're going to tag him down below. Run the out of his account.
Trust me, follow me. We're going to do
crazy streams. We're going to get lit.
Listen, when I first saw this, I thought this was going to be a disaster. But I can't admit when I'm wrong, and I was wrong. This guy has blown up, and the videos he's making are changing the game.
Yo.
What are you doing over there, bro? You're building my new villa that I bought, bro.
Well, what time is it?
It's tea time, bro.
And what time again is it?
2 o'clock.
There we
We're
go.
outside.
You know the rules. Come on. Jeez.
Listen, I don't want to flame the guy too much. Like, he's done nothing wrong, but these videos do come across like those videos of Katie Price recording Harvey Price. You know, where she's like directing him to do everything. It is the same thing.
Well, what time is it?
It's tea time, bro.
And what time again is it?
2 o'clock.
Yeah.
And I don't want to go too early, but this guy might be the greatest artist of the 21st century.
Morning, people. It's tea. We're in Benidorm. It's 2 o'clock out in Benidorm. We're with Beavo. How you been, bro?
It's good, mate. The sun's blooming.
How's Bonnie Blue? That.
I've got you on an 80-20 contract, and you're asking me questions like that.
Don't quit your day job. Someone said it, not me. But yeah, man, that is about it from the business trip, because then he did come home and he did do that podcast. I had high hopes. I thought there would be a lot of content in this, and it didn't disappoint. I did watch the full thing at desktop. The initial reviews were great. Went into it thinking he's a knob. I still think he's a knob. Good episode either way, lads. And we'll start off slow. The introduction is what you'd expect it to be.
I actually prepared for this podcast. I actually done a day one of eating a chicken nugget, and it's got 1 million views. So, do you know what I mean? Do the swallowing ball. Do you know what I mean?
What, so do you actually not swallow these potatoes whole then?
I did, because I had fake teeth. Well, I had fake teeth.
Yeah.
And that was about it for the vaguely respectable comments, because it quickly descended. And the first thing that really caught my attention was when he started talking about his interests outside of rage baiting. And I think by this clip alone, it's clear to kind of conclude Beavo might not be the brightest guy you've ever met. Maybe not.
Right, if you could go back in history and watch any event unfold, what would you go and
World
watch?
War II, I love it.
What?
World War II.
What, you like it? You like that
Oh,
one?
no, just the Austrian painter. I just find him very interesting.
Who?
I find
Right.
Hitler very interesting.
Right.
Just with his thoughts, his ideas, his ideology. And
I think his ideology is probably the last thing Beavo needs to find out about, but we'll move on. Once the small talk was out of the way, though, they quickly pivoted into what everybody wants to hear about. This is perfect for the video series, but they immediately asked him about his mum.
One of the most awkward things we're going to discuss here
Go on
today.
then. I don't care.
Where do you think this is going?
I don't know, actually. Go on.
Because you've done a lot of stuff, haven't you?
I've done so much.
Yeah,
stuff.
right. Does your mum have OnlyFans?
She does.
And degeneracy aside, it's kind of nice to see him have a smile on his face. If this is what perks him up, that might be a problem, but at least he's got something.
But I was like, I need something spice.
Yeah.
I need spice.
Yeah.
Beavo's mum on OnlyFans.
By the way, like a quick aside, a lot of people still seem to think this isn't his biological mum. It is, he's admitted it himself, but he's again admitted it on the biggest platform he's been on in a while.
She's gone, son, I'm working 40 hours a week. I don't want to work anymore.
Your actual mum?
Yeah,
right?
it's my actual mum. She's like, son, working a lot of hours. I don't want to work. I feel bad because I've earned a lot of money, but I've spent a lot of money as well. And I
Yeah.
should have looked after family a lot more, which I do now.
Information like that should be hard to pry out of someone, but for him it is, by this point, just clearly small talk. I think he has been desensitized to the average person, and that's not a fate I wish on anyone. And listen, maybe he's using honesty as like proof of his intention to actually change his life around. At the same time though, this information is going to a lot of people that wouldn't know this. And with that in mind, if you're gonna flex how much money you made your own mum on OnlyFans, maybe don't do it with a smile on your face.
You know, what was it? The first 2 weeks, she made like 10K. Around about dollars, so it'd be a bit less, like 7K.
Tough crowd, but judging by that reaction, I think they might just want him out of there. But he still had a long way to go, and he kept going on about it. At this point, he might as well be trauma dumping, because it's clear that these details he's about to share, they have clearly affected him.
But her boyfriend is a fucking psycho. It's not my dad, like, man that she got with after my stepdad. He was all for it because he don't work. He's a big dosser. He just sits there. I've said this to his face. We've had arguments on the phone. He's threatened to kneecap me because he don't want me turning my mum into the next Bonnie Blue, which I had no intentions of turning my mum into the next Bonnie Blue.
He only wanted to pimp her out for a little bit. He didn't have intentions of going that far. Insane story. I don't think you could write it to be any more interesting. Yeah, it's clear that in the aftermath of this, he kind of doesn't see this as a loss of a relationship. He sees it as money lost, and that's kind of how he thinks, I guess.
She ran off with a lot of money, which she owed me, and I don't speak to my mum anymore now.
Really?
She's run off with her boyfriend, with her management looking after her. And yeah, I don't speak to her.
And I'm not going to lie, this did interest me because she is still doing it to this day. We have touched on it before, but ever since she left Beavo Industries, her promotion has gone a little bit downhill. Since the last video as well, it has somehow got worse, because I had a look. I don't know if this is bringing in anyone, and if it is, I would like to see that person. Being estranged from your son and still referencing him to promote your OnlyFans shouldn't be real, but it is. It's you know whose mum, Rita, and a new fella. I wonder that is. Could have got a team that knows how to read and write, but you know, it's not essential, I guess. And it's fair to say the comments haven't warmed to her either. There is one reply to this, and it's just this photo. Yeah, man, this is where it got worse, because she then did start to speak.
Hello, boys. Dessert. Gone for an apple turnover today. I'd much rather be turned over, but...
It's getting to the point now where I kind of feel like morally I have to do or call in a wellness check or something.
I'm going to do my rating 66 out of 70. give it a solid 69.
Is she winking or is that Bell's palsy? You tell me. I'm actually kind of scared with what I'm seeing here. This was supposed to be a breather, like a break from hearing Beavo talk, but I think Beavo talking might be the breather now.
Hello, boys. Beavo's mummy. Dessert. Gonna have a chocolate-filled eclair. I wish it was. But, ayo, let's give it a go.
We wish her well. We wish her well. Yeah, either way, seems like Beavo isn't extending that empathy towards her.
Random older
I'm doing
woman
this to prove a point because I brought her into this world and I'm choosing to get rid of her out of this world.
Maybe the first son to say that about their own mum, but at this point, you kind of got to just appreciate greatness. I don't know how he speaks like this consistently, but it's a talent. It's a talent. And without a doubt, the best use of this talent was when they asked him quite a hard-hitting question.
This is an argument that's often lobbied towards OnlyFans creators, and I've heard Bonnie Blue have to answer this numerous times. But when you're older and you've got kids,
I don't care.
You don't care. You don't care that they'll see that video.
I don't care what you see in your dad's dick. You come out your dad's dick. Do you know what I mean? Like, respectfully, like, I've got that mindset where
he's got that mindset that I don't really know what his mindset is actually. And this is a standard point, but when you do this content, especially on OnlyFans, you do have to numb yourself to the future and just turn off your emotions in the moment, which isn't a good thing at all. But shirking responsibility is one thing. Beavo's perspective on this is somehow actually worse.
I'm not going to do anything for money because of course there's limits, but I would walk around naked at a house, or I don't care. Like, your body's your body. I'm proud of my body. Do you know what I mean? I'm not packing, but I'm not small down there. Do you know what I mean? I've got that confidence of, yeah, cool. I've got these followers. I am Beavo. If you don't like me, I don't care. If you like me, I love you. Do you know what I mean?
This is, by the way, him addressing his potential future children. So he doesn't care that they might one day see his OnlyFans content. That, by the way, is because he's not packing, but he's not small, and he is Beavo, and he's got the followers. This guy's brain has rotted, which ain't new news, and I've probably said that quite a few times over this series, but I think that answer in his perspective on the future, that is rock bottom.
I'm not packing, but I'm not small down there. Do you know what I mean?
But yeah, the purpose of this podcast from Beavo's perspective was to rehabilitate his image. And I don't know if he's done that successfully. And I'll have a look at the comments to confirm. Feels like such an awful way to earn a living. Got famous for not chewing his dinner, by the way, which is insane that he has such an ego. Beavo is so underhated. Beavo comes across very, very jealous. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, again, these are relatively glowing reviews. And he doesn't help himself because they actually tried to give him an out. They tried to let him say that it was all a persona, and yet he still didn't take the bait.
So do you think most people are unaware that Beavo's a character? And you're just saying...
Not in a horrible way. And again, I like to bring a bit of entertainment to the podcast. I like to call them peasants.
Okay.
The peasants, the normal people. Well, not the normal people, but just the people that don't understand the industry. He's trying to not laugh.
Brandon is the character, Beavo, the melt, is the real him. And it's hard to disagree. If you act a certain way every day and then occasionally say, I'm playing a character, which is the real you? And at this point, does kind of just feel like the only person he's fooling is himself. Because there was a bit at the end, he kind of reflects on everything he's done, and it actually is quite sad.
And yeah, that's it. I don't have friends. I just do what I do. I make my money. I'm friendly. I will chat to anyone because I feel like I do miss that. I've said this to people out on stags, group of friends. I would give all this up to have 6 good friends, best mates. I'd go to work every day to have 6 close mates, do stuff with, travel with.
Everything else aside, that is sad. To come full circle like this after being in denial for years, it's a bitter pill to swallow. And the fact is that he can't really go back to work now. And I mean, obviously he can, but this is going to follow him no matter where he goes. He wants to go back and be a builder again or whatever he was doing before. I wonder how everybody on site is going to feel that he used to call them peasants. Probably not going to love it, really. I think he actually knows that deep down, because in the time since, he has made a video saying the Beavo character is over.
Beavo is gone. I'm still bright like this, and my page will always be Beavo. I'm never going to change like my out or do you know what I mean, stuff like that. But that character's chapter is finished.
Words are cheap, though, and in the time since, it's fair to say nothing has changed. The only thing that's really changed, actually, is that it's kind of got a little bit sadder. He's now doing cameos for a living, I can only assume. This is the fate of every fallen off TikToker, I think.
Hey, Jackie, Big Steinbeck sent you this message to tell you how much of a 6'7" you are. Big Nigel Farage, controlling everything, including the OnlyFans. John Steinbeck says you're such a cutie with a gigantic dick. Not as big as my teeth, though. know the rules. Listen,
And worse than that, I can only assume his situation is a lot worse than he lets on. Who could have guessed? Because in the week since his podcast, he's actually done a couple of rug pulls.
Everyone has seen how well dinner has run, but now it's time for dinner.
And this like descent at the end ain't even planned, but I'm just looking at TikTok and the news came out. Turns out he has now been exiled from Kick as well. They have like a clipping program where Kick will pay people to clip a certain streamer. Beavo has been removed, so I can't imagine anybody is now going to be putting his videos on TikTok.
Beavo 2.0 update. Long story short, I've been kicked off the Kick clipping program, which again, I'm not too happy about. I was like the third most clipped UK streamer on Kick, but unfortunately they have lost me rather than me losing them.
And with that, and after all this time, I think this might finally be the end of Beavo. The life support that was keeping him alive on TikTok has now been turned off. All these clips from all these videos are now just going to stop being posted. So in a way, that's kind of sad.
And I feel like there's a lot more of Beavo yet to come. So goodbye Kick, hello Twitch, hello YouTube, and to the haters, I will never ever 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 stop.
Yeah, it's hard to argue with that.